My topic is on the country of Iceland. I chose this destination for a few reasons. I have personally visited the country and found it to be a beautiful, wonderful, and exciting place. I was very fascinated to find out and to further explore how they almost single-handedly rebuilt their economy with the influx of tourism between the time frame of 2010 to 2016. The economic crash they suffered isn't the main focus of my presentation. What is important to highlight in these next few slides is just how badly their economy plummeted and what a challenge and undertaking it was to unite together as a country and to bring themselves back using a brilliant marketing strategy. In October of 2008, the country's banking system is taken over by the government after its three largest banks have run out of money. They've amassed assets 10 times greater the size of Iceland's annual economic output and are no longer able to fund themselves. In that same year, the government has conducted an audit of its international tourism marketing operations and deemed them too disjointed. The Trade Council of Iceland Invest in Iceland, and the marketing efforts of the Icelandic Tourist Board are consolidated under one organization and renamed Promote Iceland. After the natural disaster with their volcano erupting, air traffic came to a standstill. Media told stories of floods, air pollution, lightning storms, and possible client disruptions, rather than the glossy images of the aurora borealis. Just more than a month out of tourism season, summer could go one of two ways for them. Iceland needed an unconventional campaign to revive its largest industry. It had a crisis of economy and of its reputation. The country then mobilized itself to rebuild through tourism. The government asked if infusing people to visit in order to rebuild is actually genius and virtually free way to promote their brand and their country. Nordic countries, especially Icelanders, are among early adopters of emerging technologies. According to statistics, almost 98% of Icelanders use the internet and over 70% are on Facebook. So technologically, it wasn't a big ask for most of the country's population to join in on the new strategy. Iceland's social push began with a national call on June 3, 2010. Schools, parliament, shops closed as the president kicked off Iceland Hour with a request for the people of Iceland to share a story of positivity about the country. They live streamed via the internet. Within 1 week, they answered with 1.5 million stories. One of the initial ways they showcased this campaign was by having Icelanders post personal videos of themselves from around the country. They were all posted on YouTube. This showcased well on the platform, and they're short, quick videos that people can browse and leave comments on. In 2011, the Icelandic government's social media campaign tells something of Iceland's awareness of social media issues. Iceland's Minister of Tourism explained, "We want visitors to our country to become Icelanders. By doing this, Icelanders welcome travelers. They created an increase of almost 20%. The Inspired by Iceland campaign encouraged citizens to take travelers on tours throughout the country. Even the president participated, inviting tourists into his home for pancakes. If we are going to allow the nation to regain its strength and position, it wouldn't be sufficient to deal with this in a traditional and economic and financial way. By logging on to the Inspired by Iceland, tourists could sign up for free tours, meet local residents, and of course, as I said before, visit the president. It also had practical tips on what to pack in your suitcase and safety. They are also on all the major platforms, so you could follow, like, share, tweet, and so on. The country began embracing the internet to boost tourism, and it seemed to be working. The campaigns have certainly helped, but public awareness also increased when the world learned of Iceland's economic crisis and its volcanic eruption. In addition to Iceland Air, Lufthansa, KLM, and many other airlines have started to directly fly there. Just fewer than 600,073 foreign tourists visited Iceland in 2012, nearly a 19% increase that shattered the previous year's record-breaking numbers. In 2013, following a marketing campaign to rename Iceland, the winner renamed it the island of Iceland and also won a vacation. More tourists traveled to the island than the year before, a 20% increase, making for 3 straight years of double-digit growth. Contributing to that surge were strong performances in the winter months, starting with a 27% increase in visitors in January 2013. And by November of that year, a 49% increase. 2050's chapter opened with another web-based campaign called Ask Guðmundur. 7 ambassadors from each of the regions of Iceland, all citizens really named Guðmundur, were recruited to answer questions from fans. More than 200 video responses were recorded. The Ask campaign was easily followed through the Inspired by Iceland's Facebook platform, which gave it a chance for people all over the world to post comments, like, share, watch the videos they created with some answers to the most common questions. Their next campaign, Inspired by Iceland, is the Iceland Academy, had garnered nearly 3 million views since its launch in February 2016, and more than 7,000 people have completed the online courses. Thus far, viewers have been able to earn badges for avoiding hot tub awkwardness, staying safe in Iceland, and safe selfies. Soon they'll have the opportunity to prove they know how to eat like an Icelander, drive in Iceland, navigate the festivals, capture the northern lights, and travel farther, with a chance of winning a trip by completing all their classes. I wanted to highlight their campaign through the years as it's been continually working for them time and time again. Iceland has led the way in how to rally a country around its amazing beauty and appeal to market themselves to the world. They utilized every aspect and all their resources in order to accomplish that, and how they've showcased their environment, food, culture, government, and most importantly, their people. Thank you.